I've started the recording.
Good evening, colleagues. I'd like to call this meeting to order at 5:33. Ms. Martinez, I'll turn it over to you.
Bienvenidos padres a la reunión de la conjunta educativa. Si usted desea escuchar la reunión con interpretación, usted puede utilizar el icono del mundo abajo en su pantalla y toque la opción de español para escuchar la reunión con interpretación. Si usted está utilizando un teléfono móvil, también puede tocar en el elipse y seleccionar interpretación en español. Gracias.
Thank you very much. Good evening. According to Board Policy 9360, meetings of the board shall observe Robert's Rules of Order. Most recent edition shall govern the deliberations of the board on all matters except those in instances where they conflict with board bylaws, policies, and state law. Recognizing that both the chair and the vice chair are absent, we turn to Robert's Rules of Order, 12th edition, chapter 15, section 47:11(3), which states that if neither the president nor the vice president is present, the secretary, or in the secretary's absence, another member shall call the meeting to order, and the assembly must immediately elect the chairman pro tem to preside during that session. Is there a motion?
I move to nominate. No, I move to nominate Edward.
Before you proceed, we have to be set up as interpreters in the globe.
Yeah, I was getting ready to send out each of that message. That means that somebody have to pin the interpreter up, as the host needs to pin it so we can see the interpreter.
Like that?
In the Zoom meeting, they need to put their email addresses so that they can be interpreters.
Ms. Berkeley, I'll leave that to you to do.
I don't have Miss Rodriguez, but I do have the other young lady. I'll do that.
My name on there has my email on display.
All right, I got it. Thank you.
And may I ask the other board members, if that noise in the background, please mute yourself.
I move to elect Edward Burrows as chairman pro tem for this meeting.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Let's move on.
I missed the second. I'm sorry. Who was the second?
Ms. Queen.
Thank
Are we ready, Ms. Berkeley?
Yes, sir.
The motion, thank you. That motion carried. Let's start with the roll call. You're on mute, Ms. Berkeley.
Thank you. Mrs. Adam Stafford,
Present.
Mrs. Ahmed,
Here.
Ms. Boozer Strother, Mr. Burrows,
Here.
Mr. Harris,
Here.
Ms. Jackson, Mr. Montero, Mr. Murray,
Aye.
Mrs. Queen,
Present.
Mr. Thomas,
Present.
Mr. Valentine, Mrs. Williams, Dr. Miller. 7 present, 6 absent.
Recognizing there are 7 members present, quorum has been reached. Once again, I will read a letter from the Attorney General's Office, ED 3-1004B. State law prohibits a student board member from voting on specified matters, CED 3-1002G3. Thus, when the board is considering those matters, 7 members are needed for quorum. Tonight, we're only meeting to discuss a contract, which and with that, I declare that quorum has been established. I'd like to have a motion to adopt the agenda.
Move to adopt the agenda.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? No. The ayes have it. The motion has been adopted. Item 3.1, Board Legal Counsel Contract. I will yield to Mr. Murray.
I move to accept that item. Would you like me to explain it now, Mr. Chair, or wait for a second?
After you've received a second. Is there a second?
Second.
Colleagues,
And
Well,
board members, I would also like to be able to recuse myself from this portion and discussion of the meeting since it does involve the issue of the legal contract and legal services.
okay, Mr. Thomas, would you mind just, it's up to you, however you want to do it, but just stand on, because this should be very quickly, and then we're going to vote to confirm actions taken in exec session, and then we'll be done.
All right, I will extend that courtesy. Thank you, Mr. Burrows.
Thank you. Mr. Murray, can you clarify your motion and be very specific, because it's not very specific?
yeah, sorry, I was trying to pull up the number of the item. Give me 1
3.1.
second. 3.1, I was moved to accept 3.1, to support 3.1.
Is there anything additional that you would like to add with that, Mr. Murray?
Would you like me to explain it now?
Yes, I'd like you to add the full motion.
I move to accept item 3.1 and direct the chair of the Board of Education to sign said contract, and if the chair does not, to designate you, Chairman Pro Tem, as the signer for the legal counsel services contract.
And if the chair doesn't sign it, by which date?
We can say by close of business this Friday, April 30th.
Okay, Ms. Berkeley, can you read back the motion?
I can. I have a motion to accept item 3.1, board legal counsel contract, and to have the board chair, direct the board chair to sign the contract by close of business this Friday, April 30th. If she does not, to have the chair pro tem, Edward Burrows III, to sign the document.
That's the motion. I'd like to call the roll.
Yes, sir. Mrs. Adam Stafford,
Aye.
Mrs. Ahmed,
Yes.
Mr. Burrows,
Yes.
Mr. Harris,
Yes.
Mr. Murray,
Aye.
Mrs. Queen,
Aye.
Mr. Thomas,
Aye.
7 ayes, the rest absent.
Having received 7 votes, motion passed. I see a hand from Ms. Adam Stafford.
Yes, I believe that prior to taking the motion, Board Member Murray was going to talk a little bit about why this motion was made. Could
Absolutely.
you elaborate?
Sure, colleagues, and for members of the public, we'd like to thank Mr. Roger Thomas for his service as legal counsel to the board. We really appreciate you guiding us during these difficult times. His last day is next week, and in order to have a smooth transition, our RFP process has been a bit delayed. There is an RFP out for a permanent legal counsel, and this is just to serve as interim legal counsel, the contract that is posted on board docs until the end of June. And so that's kind of the broader context.
I appreciate you raising that, Mr. Murray. It's so important that the board is not left without legal counsel, and I appreciate all the work that Mr. Thomas has done over the years. We definitely appreciate you, and I look forward to continuing to work with you through this transition period. Now that that item is done, I'd like to move on to, is there a motion to confirm actions that took place in executive session?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? The ayes have it. Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
So moved. Second.
Aye. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion passed. Thank you, colleagues, and have a great rest of your evening.
Thank you.
Thank you, all board members.
Thank you, Mrs. Thomas.
Thank you for your service, Mr. Thomas.
Thank
See you
you.
tomorrow. See you tomorrow.